How's it going, everyone? I'm the one and only Kaiju Sage. Welcome back to a new video, and in today's video, we're going to be taking a look at a skill that has not really gotten much love, and you can clearly see that when you take a look at a skill, and if you go to the shop, and when you type in the skill's name, and today we're looking at Viper Strike, you type in the skill's name, it doesn't have an MTX, you can tell that it definitely does not get a lot of play and has not seen a lot of love. So, in today's video, I'm going to be simply talking about how could they improve, rework, and reimagine Viper Strike to make it a real, current, and relevant Path of Exile skill. So, if you're new here, don't forget to like and subscribe. I'd really love to, see you down there and join the channel and help it grow. And yeah, I'm currently making videos Monday through Friday, and I hope to continue that trend. So without further ado, let's get into it. Let's talk about Viper Strike, and let's talk about what they can do to it. So at the beginning of the video, and I might put it on loop or something, I might not, I don't know. I had a little bit of footage of what Viper Strike looks like. So it is literally a strike skill, and that means you have to get within one melee range of hitting something. So you have to just swing a basic weapon unless you get Ancestral Call or something else that can make it, auto proc on a distant target, which I think, you can get plus melee range and stuff. But all Viper Strike does is you hit an enemy and it puffs a little poison cloud, and it doesn't even have really any splash damage. It doesn't have any real range, doesn't have any splash damage. It's meant to be a level 1 skill. It's what the Shadow starts with on the beach. It's meant to be something you level with, you get it out of it pretty quickly, and you move into using an actual poison skill like, what do they call it? Cobra Lash or something else. But honestly, for me, and this is just my feeling on it, I think that every skill in Path of Exile should be valid to use at the end game and should be interesting to use at the end game. And, we see some things like Mathel. Obviously, Mathel's made a few Viper Strike builds because he makes builds on every single skill in the entire game. And hold on, I forgot to turn on my lights. Let me fix that real quick so you don't have to look at the weird shadows of my face. But yeah, like he makes builds on every single ability in the game. And so obviously he's made a Viper Strike build or two, but only because he wanted to do that. He wanted to specifically force a Viper Strike build. I cannot think of a single instance where I have been tempted to make a Viper Strike build. There's very little ways that you can actually make it viable. You pretty much need to go Ancestral Call, getting an extra like melee ranges and strike skills, and being the Pathfinder with poison proliferation in order to make it even slightly function. So now we've talked about what it does and more or less what is wrong with the skill. How can they go about fixing it? How can they go about redesigning Viper Strike? And personally, I think when I hear the words Viper Strike, I think of a snake. I think of like, think of 𝙀�プ𝙋𝘼𝙉𝘿, the Conqueror, which now I guess a lot of people probably don't see it maybe, or a lot less do, but the snake dude, the poison Conqueror of the Atlas, one of the 4 things you have to kill to fight 𝙀𝙗. And you see a bunch of snakes and a bunch of other things, and he kind of Viper Strikes. I mean, he like walks up and he just starts stabbing you. I think, especially given that they have snake head textures in the game, they already have snake head assets and textures in the game. Take the 𝙀�㗌𝙋𝘼𝙉 snake, pull it around, move it around a little bit, have a Viper head come out whenever you attack. Have it start with low range at the low levels and then gain additional range. And you can, target something. And if you really want to do something cool with it, make it where if you put additional projectiles on it or additional, attacks or something, you get multiple snake heads, multiple cobra heads coming out, or viper heads coming out of it. I think they should make the attack be like a snake that just lashes out almost like a whip and just attacks an enemy. And, has a high chance of poisoning and yada, yada, yada. You can leave all that alone and have it where it's just a viper, an actual snake is just a viper striking out at something and it's just going. I know they have a thing where strike skills are meant to be like the true melee of the game, but I mean, come on. Really, like, you have things like lightning strike in the game. You have, things like molten strike in the game. Things that where you hit an enemy, a storm of lightning bolts come off of it, or a shower of molten balls fall off of the enemy. And Viper Strike is just you walk up to something, smack it, and a poison cloud farts off the enemy. Come on. You can do better than that. You can take a look at it, fully redesign it, and bring Viper Strike into being an actual skill in the game. Make it where Viper heads, come out of it. Or you can make it where you, like, conjure an like ghostly image of a viper and it, like, bites at the enemy or something like that. Right? Something flashy, cool. And then, again, I think having true melee abilities in Path of Exile is a thing of the past. There is no time where you will ever want to be within direct, close melee range of an enemy. And obviously, they currently just have to use workarounds via Ancestral Call, gloves, the Ancestral Call notable equivalent on the Atlas, or on the passive tree. I mean, like, they have to find workarounds to even make the skill work and function and feel good. And then it takes those gloves, Ancestral Call, the Atlas, I keep saying Atlas passive, sorry, the passive skill tree, and then you still need poison proliferation to even slightly make it feel decent, to bring it to, like, from like a 2 to like a 6 out of 10. You need a bunch of other investments and a bunch of things, whereas other skills, you just pick them up, put on a 3 link, and you can just clear the game with it. Like, Viper Strike is an outdated relic of the game, and I think they need to do this and update all the melee skills, personally, in my mind, that haven't gotten a recent revamp. So I plan on taking a look over the next several days and just going through the list of melee skills first, and then I'll look at other skills later. But taking a look at melee skills and just looking at them and saying, hey, how can they make these better? How can they rework each of these skills and just try to give some love and attention to each one and just try to give them some ideas? If you see this video and you think it'll help, send it to GGG on Twitter, Reddit, etc. And let's try and give them some ideas for how to fix some of the melee skills in the game that kind of need some love. And yeah, so I think that's all that I really have to say. I think they could absolutely do with some touching up on Viper Strike. Those are my ideas. And yeah, if you're new here, don't forget to like and subscribe. And comment down below, what would you do to Viper Strike? Given the chance, given the opportunity, if you could fix Viper Strike and you were the guy GGG told to fix it, how would you do it? What would you do? Let me know. I would love to hear from you. And if you comment, I'll give it a little heart. And yeah, like I said, don't forget to like and subscribe. And I will see you all in a new video tomorrow. Have a great day.